Good morning, nice and early and bright and breezy, or breezy and bright. Don't forget that 14-1 winner I had on the snowball line on Friday. Bright and breezy, breezy and bright, job done. And now, I can tell you I've got 3 free bets for you right now. That's right, 3 free bets. Now then, those 3 bets are coming from Ayr and Wolverhampton. They all run today, of course. And then I'm back to you tonight at the hour of, well, I'm going to come back at 5:30 tonight, slightly early, because one of the horses I'm going to give you run at 6 o'clock tonight, so we don't want to be interfering with that one, that's for sure. We need our focus straight on the channel for that one. So I'm going to give you 3 bets now. They're all big prices. Minimum double will be 40-1, and I think the treble comes to about around about 300-1, so not so bad. All free of charge, absolutely free down the Gratias line, as they say, or free down to Larkin, whichever you want to say, down to Larkin, if you remember that. Well, I'll give you these 3 bets in just one moment, but it's a case of winners, winners, winners all the way, and there are 2 big, very big bets on the Monday Madness line today. If you've not already got on, the money is beginning to pour on and sleet on them, just as it do on my snowball bets. And talking of snowball bets, I may well be going to action on Tuesday. I've already got an Exeter and a Southwell bet lined up, and I may be going with a double header tomorrow. More about that later on the evening session, bulletin, newscast, videocast, whatever we want to call it. But I've got 3 free bets now, and as I say, there are 2 Monday Madness bets. Last Monday I gave you the Monday Madness bets, and 2 of them won, paying 50-1 the double. These 2, the money is beginning to pour on, but it still pays about 100-1 the double. If you're not already on, you know how to do it. You've got to pay me by bank to bank, and then you've got to email Anne on petersracingtips@gmail.com, and then she marries the payment up and the email up, and Bob's your answer. You get the message sent to you within moments, and it's all done very, very slickly and very, very cleverly. Job done, no problems at all. So those 2 bets are just for £10. If you're already on them, you don't need them again, that's for sure. But if you're not already on, they are 2 bets, and running at Ayr and at the meeting at Wolverhampton. Both exceptionally strong, both big prices, so either one comes up, you're going to smelling of roses. There was no big bet yesterday on the snowball or a madness bet, but there was on Saturday with a 5-1 to 11-4 winner, with Solana winning very nicely for John Butler. Told you all about that one. And the other horse that night placed each way at 13-2. And that followed Friday's 14-1 winner, which was Breezy and Bright. Wednesday's winner, Sisters of the Earth, or Sisters to the Sky, 13-2. And of course, who can forget last Monday, I say a 50-1 double, straight in the net, 7-1 and 6-1. Okay, so we're ready to rock and roll. I've got these 3 bets for you. These 3 bets are all free of charge. I'm just looking at this. Those 2 free bets last Monday, by the way, they were called So Many Roads and Joshua. So Many Roads and Joshua. Okay, so I'm not going to go too deep about these. Can try and keep this message short as possible. I'll go in race-timed order. The 140 at Ayr. The 140 at Ayr is your first one I want to tell you about. And it's an each-way recommendation on horse number 2. And that horse is called Dot Cotton. Dot Cotton, trained by R. Mike Smith, this one. Number 2, just called Dot Cotton, after the EastEnders character there, Dot Cotton, and ridden by young William Shanahan in this conditional jockey's novice handicap hurdle. Good price, around about 7-1 to your money. I think it's got an excellent chance of a mark of 102. It's dropped £3 since its last run, and I can see this one going extremely close indeed, and looks tip-top value. Number 2, Dot Cotton, your first bet of the day. Now for the other 2 free bets, I'm going to take you to Wolverhampton tonight. The first one's in the 6 o'clock there. It's on a horse that I've been following and tracking for the last 2 or 3 runs. And this filly, I think, is set to win very soon, and it could well be tonight. She runs in the 6 o'clock this evening at the meeting at... she runs in 6 o'clock at Wolverhampton. She's number 7. She's called Piffle, trained by Ed Walker, who's banging form, and ridden by young George Downing, who takes the mount. He has rode the horse a couple of times before. He rode the filly at Campton and Lingfield, and takes over from Tom Marquand, who rode it last time out. Number 7, it's called Piffle. Ran on New Year's Eve, 3rd of 9, and thought ran really well. But there's no doubt about it. Stepping up in trip today will help it. It's gone up to 7 furlongs. I tipped it last time out when it come 3rd each way at 8-1. Marquand rode it, and the message I've got is that it needs going back up your trip, and that's what they've done. Number 7, Piffle, back up to 7 each way, and that's the second bet of the day, all free of charge to you. Now, the third bet of the day has not ran for some time, but I think it is ready to strike. The stable are in tremendous form. The jockey's having a fantastic time, I think. He's a very valuable £7 claimer. The horse is number 2. It's called Broughtons Flair in the 8 o'clock at Wolverhampton. Number 2, Broughtons Flair in the 8 o'clock at Wolverhampton. Trained by Mark Loughnane, who's done me a lot of favours recently, trained a lot of winners, and ridden by young Billy, who's also rode some winners for me. One of them, City Heat, which City Flyer, which absolutely bolted in. Number 2, Broughtons Flair, anyway, hasn't ran for some time, since being ridden by a young apprentice amateur rideress lady, Megan Wingrove. Today, Billy Loughnane, the trainer's son, takes over, and I'm on each way. Number 2, Broughtons Flair there, the one to be on. So there's 3 bets. Doc Cotton in the 1:40 there, Piffle in the 6 o'clock at Wolverhampton, and Broughtons Flair in the 8 o'clock at Wolverhampton. All absolutely free of charge from me to you, and good luck with those 3, that's for sure. Now, in the meantime, those 2 bets are ready for you at Ayr and at Wolverhampton. 100 to 1 double. It was 150 to 1 double. The money is coming on. I'm sleeting winners. Winner after winner after winner after winner after winner. I've got 2 madness bets today. Last Monday madness bets, one at 6 to 1 and 7 to 1. I'm going today for a horse which is around 13 to 2, and the other one's around 12 to 1. Big chances. Don't miss out. And I'll be back later to tell you all about a possible 1 or maybe 2 snowball bets for Tuesday. Go get them, Floyd.